Akiho, you're smiling so much it hurts.
I'm the only one smiling. One of y'all's stoic and the other's all pissed, and I'm just like, hey.
I have resting bitch face.
Alright, so officially starting. Alright, tell me what happened the last time.
Alright, so at the beginning of the last game, we had just finished. Karu had just finished his bout with Sora, and they had to go get cleaned up. So they went upstairs to go do that. Well, the rest of the group was, besides Max, was in the training session with Judas. He had Akiho run up a couple stairs because Akiho suggested it. Akiho ran up one flight of stairs, got noticed by Kretch, and then ran up a second flight of stairs. And then stopped on the second flight of stairs while the rest of the class
immediately got exhausted.
did jumping jacks until Judas was like, huh, he hasn't returned yet. I guess we should all run up the stairs. So you begrudgingly ran up about 18 flights of stairs.
Nice.
The last flight being completely rushed. Let's see. During this time, Karu was walking all the way around campus trying to look for everyone. And came back. Was going to. I guess go back to his. I can't. Because he went to the cafeteria and then the auditorium and then the arcade and then realized no one was anywhere. So he went back to the dorm area and heard running up the stairs. There heard commotion on the stairs, I guess, would be the best way. Noticing Akiho completely collapsed.
Yes.
I think it was about that time that myself and Sora got called to the lobby. And then had a talking while being snooted on by Megumi and Lawrence and Chiho.
Shadow powers.
Yeah, you're a bit of a bad boy now, aren't you?
So I cleaned up there for a while, and then you guys went to the arcade, and Akiho and Vera were at it on the pinball machine. Akiho wrecked, though, because
Akiho
Yeah.
he
You
freaking
fucking
ran.
hustler, boy. That shit was great.
So, after that was... Oh wait, while during that was going on, Megumi and Max were having a bet on who would win. And Max now has to steal something from Judas without him noticing.
Yep. I'm not gonna forget
Okay.
that.
Went to the cafeteria. That was about the time we finished cleaning. Let's see. Ate, discussed love interests. And yeah, I went up to go deal with that, and you guys just discussed it for a while, and Megumi sent Max off sad. So
Well, I'm calling him a dirty cat or something, and not
Alley
knowing
cat.
about his alley cat.
okay, yep.
Not knowing it. Yep, that was it. That was the actual insult. Not knowing about his poor, conditions, being thrown away and everything.
Yeah,
I
that was pretty much it.
Alright, that's
Good episode.
That's a good summary.
And
As an aside, the storm outside has grown to its critical point. It is now a torrent of rain, and you are scheduled to have your third class with Safra, which who knows what that includes. She's been kind of vague.
embroidery.
Yeah, maybe embroidery, who knows. Underwater basket weaving, maybe? That might
Oh
be too
gosh,
extreme.
I can't breathe.
So,
We have to be inclusive. Chiho needs, a
Chiho.
class.
Chiho needs her own thing, yeah.
yeah. So everyone went to sleep because it was getting late at night, and night has passed. It, um, it's sometime early in the morning. Who would be awake doing what, and are any of you waking up early to do anything special?
I'll be waking up early, but I don't think I'm going to be sparring on the roof. Not
No,
with-
no torrential rain training. You're not going to pull out your sword and cut every raindrop.
That sounds so
I would-
terrible.
My hit rate would be so bad. It'd be like a 0.1, maybe.
Okay. So what are you up doing? Are you just sitting in your room or what?
I'll probably do my morning meditation, and then I think I'm gonna head down to the lobby, actually. See if anyone else... I don't know how early the teachers get up, so I'm kind of curious.
Alright, so about how early did you want to be up?
5.
5?
God.
Jeez. Akio is taking a late morning.
Alright. What about Megumi?
Oh, fuck. What time was the class?
Classes start around 8.
So, 6:30. Yeah.
6:30. Alright, well, Karu, you get down to the lobby and no one seems to be in there but you for a while.
Weird.
Doesn't seem like anyone else is awake at this early in the morning. If the teachers are awake, they're not in the lobby.
Okay. I think I'll just be... Oh gosh, rain. I'm gonna be mostly just roaming around the dorm. I'm not gonna go outside, because forget that. It's real bad right now.
Oh, come on, why not?
I mean, like, I did it a lot yesterday. I need to probably not do that today with how wet it is. Or if this time I'm gonna freaking remember to take an umbrella.
Which, by the way, aside from the big crack in the window,
Oh gosh.
you guys cleaned it
Right.
up pretty well.
Mm.
But there is a noticeable crack through the pretty thick glass window, and you do see a lot of extra condensation on this window. So, a little bit of structural integrity has obviously disappeared away from this window.
Sadly, I can't fix that because it's glass.
Nope.
It's also thick glass, so we don't have replacement for that. But I guess I could wipe off the window and try to get the water off.
Okay, what are you going to wipe the window off with?
Let's see, we're in the lobby. There should be like towels, right? Somewhere, maybe.
You can look around for
Take
some
down a
use.
curtain.
Oh no. I've already ruined this place enough for one day. Which was yesterday. I'm gonna look for a
What
laundry.
different?
Look for a
Oh.
laundry.
Well, let's see what you would roll for this. Just,
Investigation check.
just
Oh,
give
don't
me,
confuse us.
just give me a D100, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you find some. You search around the lobby. You don't see anything anywhere. It gets to the point where you're thinking, well, maybe I'll just have to use the tablecloth or something, and then you think, well, why don't I just walk behind the front desk counter and see if there's anything there? And you look down, and there seem to be a few little rags there.
Okay, that'll work. I will use a rag.
Alright, so you go over and you start wiping off the window. It doesn't seem like it's soaking wet, it just seems like precipitation on the window where it's like if it would be a slight dew on the windows, if it was early morning on the outside, it's just like that around the cracks.
Mhm.
Uh, you're wiping off the window, and you hear someone walk behind you, and you hear, "Oh, Karu, good morning. You're up rather early."
Oh, is it? Oh,
It's Safra, the teacher.
Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. Oh, morning to you as well.
You must be really excited for the class today.
I am curious to see what it entails.
Oh, it'll be a lot of fun, I'm sure.
Actually, if I may ask, what is the class gonna be like? Or what's...
Oh, well, if I told you now, that'd give away the secret. She gives you
secret?
a smile.
Tournament arc.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll find out when class begins.
That's a good sport. So, what are you doing this early in the morning? Not cleaning windows.
I usually wake up this early to start my day, although with the torrential rain, it's a little hard to perform my morning exercises with my... I'll just kind of hold out my poke and...
You sure are dedicated. Your family must be really proud.
It's... I'm sure.
Not proud enough, boy.
I heard that you come from a pretty historic Japanese family. That's really interesting.
Yes, that would be the case.
I've always wanted to visit Japan, but I haven't really gotten around to it.
Why is that?
Oh, busy with this whole thing. She kind of gestures to, just the general area. It's not fun being an adult with responsibilities.
Do you get vacation?
Oh, well. I wouldn't call it a vacation, but when students aren't here, I can go do whatever I like, but mostly I go around acting as a sort of diplomat between, our people and the normies. Those that know of us, anyway. And, of course, damage control. She smiles. That's really the majority of the teachers' times.
So, you guys never leave?
Oh no, we leave the island
Oh.
when we don't live here. She
okay.
kind of laughs.
Sorry, it made it sound like you just didn't leave very often, I guess.
Oh no, we're to be honest, we're barely ever here. Yeah, teachers have lives too.
Cut to her being a government assassin, smiling.
So,
Kidding.
what goes
Tee.
on while the island... Is the island, like, not used for a while? Or how does that...
I'm not really sure. I really don't think about it that much. You'd probably have to ask Gustav.
Okay.
Government lab.
I guess I'll ask him when I see him next then.
He does enjoy talking about his pride and joy. It's around this time that that what was it, Akiho? You said you were getting up around 6 or 6:30.
We got your back. Someone left came back.
Hello,
Hello.
hello.
Might be muted. Wait.
His mic isn't working.
Shit. It just cracked out.
Oh, okay. Well, you sit in the lobby for about 10 minutes or so. Safra kind of just sits in on one of the chairs and crosses her legs and takes out a book and starts reading it.
You want to start real quick?
All right, go ahead.
Shit. I mean, it is a good idea. I'm afraid I'm gonna lose my shit if I restart because I got one of those Windows 10 updates.
Oh yeah.
Like
I had
another
last
one
night.
came out. Yeah.
It might take a while, yeah, for it to install.
Yeah.
Yeah, know how those are.
Well, last time I gutted my video card drivers somehow, and it wouldn't detect them. I had to put them in manually by rebooting into my computer.
Huh.
Yeah, well, if you've got a new update for your onboard, it could override that. So you'll end up having to reinstall them. That doesn't happen usually too often, but it can. I've seen it for sure happen.
Often enough. I am so messy.
Well,
Popcorn
anyway,
everywhere.
like about 5 or 10 minutes pass. I don't know what exactly. What would you do whenever she just sits down and starts reading a book?
Me?
Yeah.
She seems to read books a lot, but I mean, basically anytime she's sat down that I've seen her sit down, she's reading a book.
Yeah.
Welcome back,
So-
essay.
Can you hear us now? Or I guess you could hear us before.
Yeah.
Can you speak to us?
You're
It's so
very,
quiet.
very quiet.
Quiet.
China struck again. Censored David. Motherfuckers. He's gonna have to restart for 1,000 years.
That's
he
terrible.
He angered China. Now he has to suffer the consequences. Well, so you're just standing there watching her read a book.
Well, oh, what time is it at this point?
It's around
It's
6.
5:30 or 6?
Yeah, it's getting close to 6.
It's still too early. I feel like asking her what the book is would be rude. Actually, could I see the title of the book?
Yeah,
No chance.
it's just oh,
We
Nah.
heard your test, David.
yeah. We heard a beeping.
That was China again. That was China's homing signal, searching for David.
You alright there?
It's infuriating, man, when shit just doesn't work for some reason.
It's true.
So fucking infuriating. It's like, what the fuck, computer?
What operating system does David have?
I think he uses Windows 10.
Apple 10.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I just
I
combined
was
the
very confused.
I combined the two. Mac OS 10.
I mean, I can state options to check. You can check the volume mixer, because it has its separate volume control. You can
Yeah.
check the.
I'm already restarted. I actually think it's China. I'm gonna stick with my China theory.
Yeah.
So I will be completely useless in troubleshooting. Hang on. Oh.
I blame Russia collusion. You can stick with your China story and yeah.
Oh, nice, David. Nice. We know it's for your chatterbait. It's okay, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's happened to me. That exact thing has happened to me when I was setting up my chatterbait and with the new webcam. Same.
Maybe try reinstalling drivers. I mean,
Yeah, that's
might be what you need to do. I don't know. Let's see. I'm assuming unplugging it didn't help at all.
dude. Windows does it like it's iffy when you unplug shit. Sometimes it does like, oh, it's still there. Like, the fuck is wrong with you, Windows? I still don't think it's safe for David.
Probably not. It's probably not even David talking at this point anymore. It's you know, a Russian stand-in that's over his computer. You know, probably standing over David's body right now.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's sad, but as long as he can play the character, David, you will be missed.
That's horrible.
I played David character best.
Gosh.
What book is she reading? Did you find out?
It
Oh.
is a book called The Forever Garden.
The main ingredient is children. This is all a trap.
Okay, that's
Testing.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey, it worked.
So what happened? Or what do you have to end up doing?
I had to go to my settings, I guess, and turn. So I didn't have to do this before, and I don't know why the fuck plugging in the webcam would cause this. But I had to go into my microphone settings and turn it from normal to just like boosted 100%.
Ah,
what?
I
wow,
I
that's-
don't know what's wrong.
That is
Like I
odd.
did not need this before, but
By
Well,
the
it's simple,
way,
David. Just write your own driver.
ah,
yeah,
that's true.
right.
Oh, gosh.
I'm talking like a Linux forum guy. Sorry.
By the way, you Russians are getting really good at that voice emulation thing.
Oh yes, the deep fake.
Yeah.
It's really easy when you force someone to speak every single word in the English dictionary at gunpoint.
Yeah, hey, blink twice for I'm under duress. Okay, I didn't see you blink, so.
Yeah,
So you're
David,
fine.
not under duress.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought.
Right.
Oh.
So, so the
Okay,
book,
so
the
I
book
guess
is
I'll
called
ask her
The
about it.
Forever Garden.
I'll ask her about it, and hopefully she won't seem too perturbed.
She slams the book down. How dare you, sir? No, no, she does not do that.
She casts Omega Beam Cannon.
She looks up from her book and she says, "Oh, uh, it's it's called the Forever Garden. It's it's kind of a story about this girl uh, who her husband goes missing, and the only clue she has left is a little fairy, and and she has to follow the fairy to this place called the Forever Garden. Then her husband is supposed to have been spirited off to."
Interesting. It sounds like a good book.
It's pretty good so far. I'm only about a third of the way through it. Do you read?
Um, sometimes. Kanji? That's what I'll mention.
Is that that Japanese? Those Japanese words?
It's how we write.
Oh, so you write.
It's a style of writing, I suppose. Would be the correct way to say that.
What? You write? What kind of things do you write?
Oh, it's not really. It's more of in an art sense rather than I like actually write books or anything like that.
Hmm. Well, I'd love to see some of your writing sometime then. Anyway, even if it's you know, even if you don't think it's the best.
Perhaps I'll show you sometime.
And I have a whole bunch of books if you want to read. I'm always trying to get people to read more.
Sorry, I'm being edgy.
Sure, that would be nice.
I mean, he's no Hanamura sensei, but it'll do.
Why am I eating whole kernels? Bad habit. Bad habit from family. All of us do it.
What just eating the corn kernels that aren't popped?
Yup.
That's not bad.
Nothing to waste.
That's
Nothing.
not bad for you.
It's not good for you either.
Not good for you.
How's it not good for you?
Well, it's just all up in my teeth. It'll be there if I don't get it out
I mean,
for a
that's
while.
that I can understand.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna tear open the bag and eat the butter. So if I mute, that's why.
Okay. You're just
I'm so
slurping
disgusted.
down butter.
I'm so
Chugging
single. I
butter.
love it. I love how single I am. I can do everything.
Let's see. Okay. So,
And
Well, it's around this time that you hear someone yawn and kind of walk in, and you look and see who it is, and it's Isabella, and she's kind of wiping her eyes with her hands, looking groggy.
I'll say good morning.
Good morning. Safra says, "Oh, good morning, Isabella. You're up really early." Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask her, Isabella. It's like, did you sleep fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
She looks up at you and she says, "Do you have paint stuff?"
Oh, I can go retrieve it real quick and bring it down here.
Painting's fine.
I'll go get my kit and bring it down here.
Alright.
So I'm gonna go do that.
Okay. Well, it is around this time that Akiho, you make your way to the lobby, and you see Safra there, and you see Isabella there. They're just kind of sitting.
I assume Akiho will actually. Oh right, I need to change my picture. There we go.
Overlord.
Akio will be coming in, probably not in the best form. Probably a little sore. So you'll probably notice some limping as Akio comes over.
Alright.
But with a somewhat strained, because you can see in the eyebrows, a little tension, but smile in the morning. Good morning, or sorry, hold on a second. Was about to play my other character with stuttering. Good morning, Karo.
Oh, he's not actually in there right now.
Oh,
You
wait, who's in here?
Just Isabella and Safra.
Isabella and Safra, okay. Then, good morning, and then waves to both Isabella and Safra.
Good morning, Isabella says. And Safra closes her book and she says, "Oh, good morning, Akiho. You okay?"
I'm afraid I'm feeling it from yesterday.
What happened?
I'm afraid some stairs.
You fell down the stairs?
No, it didn't fall down the stairs. Just the class from yesterday.
Oh, she kind of chuckles, and she
It was
says,
a little much for me.
All you teenagers these days are so out of shape."
I hate myself.
Yeah, I've never really been the sportsy type. Mostly just like to hang out and play with friends.
It's all right. You'll get used to it.
I hope.
I'm sure.
So,
I'm sure you will. It's rough to start, but it gets better.
I definitely hope so. So that's his class. What's your class about to be?
Oh, it's a secret. She just smiles.
Meta, I know you already went over this, but Akio totally would have asked as well.
No, that's fair.
Oh, okay. Secrets are fun. I like it. Can't wait.
All right.
So what's your book about?
Oh, it's called it's called the Forever Garden. Have you It's pretty popular right now, actually.
I'd say Akio's kind of a reader.
Gross.
So should I roll to see if Akiho's read
Yeah,
this
go
one?
ahead
I don't know.
and roll a D100.
Okay.
Souls of children. I called it.
Is it a that one? No, that's that one. I just
No,
used the
that's
macro without
roll.
looking and see what it was.
Oh shit! Let me pull up my.
There we go.
Yeah, you've heard about it. It came out like 2 weeks before you left, and all of the girls were talking about it being some revolutionary romance novel with a female protagonist instead of a guy going like to be a hero. It's a woman kind of detective love story, and it's supposed to be pioneering or something.
All right. Oh, yeah. I heard about that. There was a lot of people talking about it. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, though.
It's really good so far. I don't know if it is living up to the hype, but well, when I'm done with it, I'll let you borrow it.
Oh, would you? Thank you.
Sure thing. She smiles and she says, "I have a few more from that author."
Oh, do you? Would you? Which one would you recommend?
Oh, the Waterfall Sunset is a pretty good series.
Hmm.
Can get kind of corny though.
Would you mind if I borrowed the first one? See if I like it?
Sure. Just remind me sometime.
Absolutely.
Isabella is just looking back and forth between you two, just kind of observing. You can't
And how
tell.
about-
You can't really tell what she's thinking. Maybe she feels left out, or maybe she's just confused.
Right. Well, as I see her looking, not really contributing though, I'll turn to her and I'll be like, "What about you? Do you like reading, Isabella?"
Reading's hard.
She likes
I guess.
Oh, would you like to read with me sometime?
Okay.
Cool. Totally gonna read a book with her.
I only have
Oh.
books about murder. You're like a 10-year-old girl. Why'd you? I need to know how to dispose of the bodies.
No, true crime exclusively, just to learn how people fucked up.
Right. This will not
I
be
got-
me.
I got just the books for you, Isabella.
I got just the books. Peter Cottontail learns murder. And other children's tales.
Yes.
Okay. Well, around this time, Karu, you come back to the lobby.
Okay. Oh,
And-
morning, Akio. Hold on.
Oh, good morning. I assume by this point Akio is probably sitting down somewhere, and so isn't straining as much. But I know how being sore like that is.
Okay.
Nice.
Wait, what's 1S2?
Well, oh, whoops. I don't know how that happened. Here, let me try that again. Okay, still one.
Okay.
So you're a dude, right? One is guy, two is female? Or is it the other way
Right,
around?
right.
Did we
Okay.
write that down? I don't remember.
One is guy,
I think that
two is
sounds
girl.
yeah, sounds about right.
Okay, yeah.
Kind of, because you've been a girl for like 3 days now. Morning, I'll kind of squint a second and be like, Akiho?
Good morning. And Akio actually looks a little bit happier right now,
Which
because not quite as sore. Sitting down, it's not as bad, but I know how being sore can be after working out. So Akio will probably still feel it. You'll notice a little bit of fidgetiness, but no strain. Other than that, Akio's the normal. His normal, usual self, just smiling at you with peace sign. That's Akio's now signature move, is peace sign.
Yeah,
I like
okay.
it.
Huh. You seem
I'm
to
just-
be...
Sorry, go ahead.
I'll just say, it's like, you okay? I know you were wore out yesterday, but you seem a little... you still seem a bit off from it.
Akio will like stretch his legs out. Yeah, just a bit sore still. It's not as bad when I get off my legs, but kind of have to keep them moving a little bit to keep the pain down.
Well, yeah, fair. Isabella, I have the stuff if you want to use it.
She's been staring at you intensely since you came out of the elevator,
I will.
and she just kind of reaches her hands out.
I will hand her a brush. I will go ahead and set out the scroll, and then set the ink open to her side, to beside her, beside the scroll, so that way she can use it. And I'll set the other brush or two next to it in case she wants to choose different size paint.
Fuck.
She just grabs the biggest brush and just starts drawing.
Kind of figured.
Do you have more selections of crimson?
There isn't enough color resembling blood here. I'll have to make some.
Don't look at me.
No. It's a. You hear the ding from the elevator as Sora and Lawrence come out.
Lawrence. You're right, yeah, Lawrence, okay.
Yeah, her
Okay.
boy. Her power couple.
Shy.
Soren.
Yeah.
Soren.
Safra says, "Oh, everyone's getting up really early. We might even be able to start class early at this rate." She smiles, and yeah, that's all she says. And Sora's eyes go kind of wide at that.
We still don't have Megumi. I saw your last name and so I was confused for a second. Yeah.
I'm gonna change it now because people do know my full name. And it's
We're still
as much as
missing
it annoys me.
Megumi and Max and some of the rest of them.
Well, let's hope that they show up sometime. Well, she looks at a clock on the wall and she says, well, we still have plenty of time.
What time is it at this point?
About 7.
Okay. I should probably go. This is
I'm
gonna be weird.
getting ready at this time.
Probably go freaking inform Lucilla and Vera about class. I mean, I'm sure there's been an announcement already,
Yeah.
but probably go check.
If I didn't do it last time, I meant to say there was an announcement that class starts at 8 next morning.
Okay.
And Lawrence walks out of the elevator and says, "Oh, hey everyone." And Sora kind of just he looks through the room and he sees you, Karu, and his back kind of straightens up, and he just kind of gives everyone a slight wave. And then he gives you just a nod, Karu.
Respect.
When Lawrence, I'll say good morning to Lawrence, and I'll return the nod to Sora.
Well, when did you two become such good friends? Safra kind of smiles. Well, I think since you two are getting along now, you'll really enjoy the class.
I don't know if I will. I'm afraid I have a feeling. Oh man. Okay. Gosh, I'm just gonna let it go for now.
And then it's a team building exercise.
Yeah,
where
I
you have to,
know.
like-
That's exactly what I'm expecting. Gosh.
You're gonna be like literally tied to Sora or something.
Hey, it means Sora can't be with one of the other girls. At least. That's silver lining.
Poor Sora. I'd be so upset.
Oh, that'll be funny. I like out of character. I'm
Oh yeah.
super happy about that because it's hilarious. But it's out of character. I'm just like, or in character, I'm just like, oh, great.
So Sora just says, kind of gives Saphra a huge smile, and he says, "Oh, whatever class an angel like you creates, I'm sure will be nothing but bliss."
Man.
Yep.
She just chuckles, and she just says, "You're always such a joker." He kind of sighs.
Still just in the friend zone. Or a student zone in this case.
Student zone.
Yeah.
Alright.
So what were you going to do, Karu?
What was I gonna do? What was I gonna do?
Train in the ring. No,
What?
he'll die.
What?
Die.
What'd you say?
Train in
It
the
would be
rain.
a shame if someone got struck by lightning, though.
Please no. Most people can't survive that.
Hey, I've seen people get struck by lightning multiple times and survive.
Hey, I
You've
didn't
seen
say
that
they
in
could. I
person?
just said most don't.
Wait, how many times have you seen that in person, David? And how many times were they struck?
It was not actually in person. It was a recording, and they were struck like 4 times.
What the fuck? Why 4 times? That's insane.
Okay,
Um,
well,
Oh yeah, I was gonna check on Lucilia and Vera.
alright.
That's right.
Do you say that to anyone, or do you just get up and start walking towards the elevator?
I will tell Isabella I need to go check on the top floor with 2 of our friends because she's using the stuff, so I didn't want to like just walk away and she'd be confused.
Alright, Akiho, you hear, Lauren,
Mhm.
you hear Lawrence say, "Aw, they're such a cute couple. He's going to wake her up."
Gosh.
Karu,
Oh, I know.
Karu, if you want, because he kind of whispers that, you can roll a body to see if you hear
Oh
it.
man. Oh my gosh.
Do it.
I am. Don't freaking.
You hear it.
No, I'll look towards Lawrence and be like, business only.
Oh, and then so at that, Akio's definitely just gonna like, kind of like, not mocking like derisively, but do like a mock salute, like business only. Understand, sir? And then kind of laugh to Lawrence. Yeah, totally. Going to wake up his girlfriend.
Maybe they had a fight.
Oh my gosh.
You can roll to hear that too. Lawrence just says, "It's like, all right, well, good luck." And then he said, you hear him say that, like, kind of nudge Akiho and be like, maybe they got in a fight.
It's
No, they're just both really shy.
that is not the case. That guys just no.
Lawrence kind of looks at you, Akiho, and gives you a he can obviously hear us. We should stop talking look. And-
Akio, knowing this. Oh, wait, hold on, shit. What was I about to say? It could be it's one of those formal affairs. He has to respectfully court her. I wonder if it's arranged in any way.
Well,
Safra just says, "Oh, you kids are so cute."
Great.
Well, bye, Caro. Have fun.
I will be right back.
I think I'll accompany you. Sora says.
Please, no. I'm not gonna say that out loud, but that's what I'm straight up thinking.
Lawrence said. Lawrence kind of looks at Sora and gives him a strange look, but he doesn't say anything, and Sora just says, "If that's okay with you, that is." He looks at you, Karu, and he turns to Safra and he says, just to make sure that nothing happens. You know how teenagers can be.
Wait, what? What's going on?
Safra says, "Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, actually."
Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, okay, so Sora's asking if
He can go up there with you.
I mean, I can't. I'm not gonna try to stop you.
Don't look so thrilled. He pats you on the back and starts moving you towards the elevator.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I wasn't muted too long, was I?
No.
No.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay. Alright, so Akiho,
Yes.
Chiho shows up in the lobby.
Good morning, Chiho. Wave.
She gives you a big smile and waves, and she says, "Hey!" And she basically jogs up to the couch you're sitting on and plops beside you.
How you feeling after yesterday?
Oh, I feel great. Oh, I haven't run like that in forever. It felt amazing. How about you?
I wish I could say the same. I'm not feeling so hot after that. My body's a bit sore.
Lawrence says, yeah, my legs are a little stiff myself. Chiho says, huh, well, you know what that means, right? No.
What's that mean?
You just gotta run some more.
Oh God, no.
Hee.
It makes the pain go away, I promise. And Lawrence says, I don't think that's a good idea. He looks over at you, Akiho.
Yeah, I think I'm good for now. I'll just wait till I heal up, and then maybe we could go swimming after.
She pouts and she says, Well, if you guys wanna, just be sore, then I guess I can't stop you.
I don't want to be sore. It's all that teacher's fault.
I think he's kind of fun, Chiho says. He's definitely, aloof, Lawrence says. What's aloof? Isabella says. Oh, I'm not sure how to explain it. Akiho?
Well, he's kind of quiet.
I think he's loud.
I will make him quiet.
Let's see.
I will silence him.
Aloof. I guess it's because, he doesn't seem to have many friends, or I guess not many people like him.
That's sad.
Off-putting.
She tilts her head and she says, like me?
Exactly like you, child.
Some people might say that, but I don't think you're aloof at all.
This one will live.
Let's see.
I quite like you.
Mr. Wright would. Mr. Wright doesn't think so.
Mr. Wright?
I live with him.
Ah.
He is aloof. A floof. He is
Yeah.
a floof.
He's in a floof. Well, you don't have to worry about what he thinks. Because we're the cool ones. Only what we think matters, right, Chiho?
Oh, sorry, what?
Wait, what?
Perfect.
Sorry, I was watching the rain.
God damn it, that hurt.
Her, the person who watches her, she said he's aloof, but doesn't seem to really, Did Isabella say that he didn't seem to like her? Is that what she said?
No.
How did you word it?
She just said he's an aloof.
He's
and a floof.
and a floof. Well, I was talking about like the where she first brought him up, and she said that he doesn't think so.
Yeah,
What did she mean by that?
that's all you got.
Okay. Well, it sounds like the person who raised her wasn't very nice, or who's taking care of her isn't very nice. So what he thinks doesn't matter. Only what we think matters, right? Because we're cool.
Oh, yeah, you're very cool. Well, actually, you're kind of you burn things, so you're kind of hot sometimes.
Yeah, that is such an aloof thing to say.
Isabella well, she doesn't frown, she just looks down at the ground and she says, I'm a floof.
You're all I can think of now is a chinchilla. I'm just in Akio's mind now. Isabella is a giant chinchilla, a floof.
A floof. a burning a floof of death. Meanwhile,
Well, I think you're very
Seth-
floofy. You're not a floof.
Lawrence says, well, Isabella, we like you, so you can't be aloof. You have lots of friends here.
Luv-Luv.
She just looks up at Lawrence and just says, "Okay."
Yeah, if you were aloof, why do you think I would want to be reading books with you?
I don't know.
No, definitely not, because I don't want to go read books with
You're weird, so I don't know.
Judas. Had to look up his name for a second. I don't remember names.
There's a lot of names.
There are a lot of names.
Was Judas the teacher? Is that
Judas
what
is
you
Yeah.
the teacher.
Who originally was brought up as being called aloof. Because he had the annoying class.
Yep.
Physical therapy, or not therapy, but physical fitness class.
Physical fitness class.
I wonder what's taking those two so long. Cutscene. Switch scenes.
Yeah.
Gotta say it.
Alright, so you and Sora, Karu, are in the elevator, and you're just kind of awkwardly quiet in the elevator. About a second goes by, because for an elevator ride, it's pretty long. You're going up to the 20th floor
Yeah.
from the
yeah.
first, so he's kind of says, "This is a clever strategy, but I saw through it." He kind of taps on his temple.
What is it?
He said that's a clever strategy, but I saw through it.
What strategy are you talking about?
The one in our battle, of course.
Oh, our fight? Oh. Yours
I'd
was
call
pretty
it
good
more
too.
of a duel.
Well, yes, our duel. Yes.
Duel.
As I
Well-
was saying, I thought yours was pretty good too.
Well, when you take the initiative, I must respond in kind.
I suppose that's fair.
But I shall not allow you to beat me.
Well, since we can't really duel anymore, it's without like express permissions. It's gonna be kind of difficult to finish what we started.
He says, "Ah, nonsense. We simply can't use the same tactics anymore. Not the brute force approach, you understand. Even if that does put you at a disadvantage." And around
Burn.
this point, the elevator dings, and he says, "Shall we?" And he walks out the door, almost trotting.
I'm. He's just being him. So I'll walk out of the door, up the elevator door, and walk towards. Yeah, probably Lucilia's, because Vera's probably within Lucilia's room at this point. If she's awake, I don't know how early she gets up.
You get to the door, and Sora kind of stands in front of it, so that you have to stand to the side unless you want to like shove him out of the way. And he goes, and kind of straightens his collar up, stands a little bit taller, and just very softly
Well, if he's just gonna stand in the doorway, then I'm not gonna try to push him out of the way or anything.
Alright.
Just let him do what he's doing. I assume he's just gonna ask him to make sure to remind them, hey, we're having class today, basically.
Well, he straightens up his clothes and makes himself look good. You see his hair kind of ruffle a little bit as if a breeze goes through, and he kind of shakes his head
Gosh
and,
dang it. He can do that.
and he goes, Watch and learn. Knock, knock, knock.
I'm not sure what I'm learning.
Style.
Oh gosh. I just realized what I said. That's funny.
Nice.
He ignores you. And you hear from the other side walk footsteps, and then a Vera's voice. Who is it? Uh, it is I and Karu. What do you want? We're just here to uh, escort you down to the lobby and see how you are this fine morning. The door. There's a pause, and then the door opens, and Vera opens the door, and you see her. She's in her uniform, and if you craned your neck to see, you could see um, Lucilia sitting in the same spot she always is sitting with a glass of tea. And Vera says, "What is this all about?" With a very suspicious look. She kind of glances at you, Karu.
I was. So she's looking at me. I'm just like, I was going to come up here to just inform you that class is about to start, but it seems I was followed up here.
Sora says, "Oh, I merely thought that such fine, graceful ladies like you would love to be properly escorted down to the lobby."
I feel like you're insulting Vera's capabilities. I'll say that.
What do you mean?
Sora, is that what Sora's asking?
Yeah.
I'll just give him a look. Like, are you serious? She can handle herself quite well. I doubt they need an escort.
But it is not about need. It is about courtesy and being a gentleman. Perhaps you wouldn't understand. But I, being a gentleman, would love for one of you fine ladies to accompany one of you fine ladies. Blue Cilia is kind of just looking at the door, and she just says, "Very well." And she gets up, and she says, "However, it seems we still have some time. So you can do your escorting later." She walks up to the door and just kind of closes it.
Oh.
That was all your fault, Sora says, and he just
not
starts
the one that
walking.
insulted them.
I wasn't insulting them, you dolt.
It's not the way I heard it.
he says, "Well, you just don't understand women, do you?"
He's
They-
cruising for another dueling.
Simply because they can do something on their own does not mean they wish to.
Well,
Wait, that's illegal. No, I was kidding.
wait, what?
No, I was kidding.
Where'd you come from again?
Where did he come from again? He he says, "I come from What do you mean? Where do I come from? I'm from northern Japan." It's not that it matters.
It matters how you live.
What are you insinuating?
You've been around people you are familiar with and how to manage them, but you are not familiar with any of the people around here or how to manage them.
Ah, but women are women, my friend, and they all deserve a certain courtesy.
I don't think the one you're giving is the courtesy they're looking for.
Well, you can simply believe and be wrong.
You could ask them.
He just gives you a weird look, and he says, "You really don't understand women." It's around this time that the elevator dings, and everyone in the lobby, you see Karu and Sora kind of bickering as they leave the elevator. They're just kind of staring at each other.
I'll actually say, well, why don't you ask one of them in here? Since you think you know so well.
What exactly should I ask them?
I don't know. What do you think you should ask them?
Very well. He walks walks over and he says to Chiho, and he says, "Fair Miss Chiho." Oh, good morning, Sora. Yes, good morning. Let me ask you a question. May I ask you a question? Sure. How would you, wait, how should I phrase this in a proper Sora way? Give me a second.
You're telling me you don't already have all these lines pre-planned?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh gosh.
I'm quitting the game. I don't have enough prep. But
Nice.
I haven't prepped enough.
But as a DM, you can't prep everything. Gosh.
You're wrong. I must prep absolutely every possible outcome, or I'm not a good DM. Don't you watch Critical Role?
Exactly.
No, actually, I don't watch it enough, I guess.
Here we go.
Critical Role is staged. At least I'm saying it is.
So,
Some extent.
Sora says, "Fair Miss Chiho, whenever you encounter a man, do you expect him to be a gentleman, or do you feel that you must tell him to be one?" I guess I want them to be.
So confused, not knowing the context.
So you do not believe that one must be told to be generous and be courteous to the to such a fine woman such as yourself. What do you mean? Safra kinda jumps in and she says, "Well, I think it's very romantic when a man does gentlemanly things for you, like open doors and stuff." Ah, see, of course, an angel like you would understand. This is why you are. This is why you are so amazing, Miss Safra. Miss
He returns his feelings.
Mrs. Bareilly. She just kind of chuckles and she says, "Well, at least you're practicing." Ah, it is not a practice. It is a lifestyle, my lady.
Oh my god.
He turns to you, Karu, and he says, See, it is like I have told you. You must simply be. You must not be told to be." He sits down beside you and Chiho, Akiho.
Oh, beside Akio?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or he goes to sit by Chiho, but she's at the end, so he sits by you instead.
Right. So it's Chiho at the end, then me,
Yeah.
then I guess maybe an open space, and then Isabella or something.
Yeah. And Lawrence is sitting in a chair by himself, and so is Safra. All right, it's about 7:30ish.
Right. The real star of the show. No, I'm just kidding.
Would Megumi be around at this point?
I would be. Let's see how pretty I am. I'm 12 pretty.
12 pretty.
Yeah, that's how. I guess it's a little rushed. 12.
12's pretty.
So I spent most of the morning while everyone was like doing important shit, just getting ready for a class. And I'm kind of hopefully, I'm hoping it's not a physical thing, because then this would have been for a waste, and I'd be pissed.
And then you just sweat it all off.
Yeah.
You've got the perfect amount of eyeshadow, and you have just painted your nails a perfect smooth layer of black.
It's called ebony lace. Thank you.
Okay, ebony lace.
Sorry. But yeah, I'll come down. Hopefully it's just like a classroom atmosphere.
You get out of the elevator to see Karu kind of standing, I guess looking confused at Sora.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to.
I'm
my,
just.
Go ahead. My first thing I would look for is there any property damage around them?
Not that you can see. There's
Okay,
still a big
good.
crack in
Then
the
it is
window.
safe to approach. Motherfuckers. Alright, so I'm just going to walk past them like nonchalantly, like trying to ignore them, but seeing if I catch their attention.
Sora smiles
Hot
at
again.
you, and he stands up immediately as you approach, and he grabs your hand and he says, "Good morning, Megumi."
He grabs my hand, and I'm just gonna stay there for a moment and just look at him a little
He's
confused.
doing the thing where he like holds your hand and does the bow thing.
Yeah, like that's why I'm looking confused, because this is like, way too fucking early for this. That's one look. Karu, you can tell that I'm a little uncomfortable, I guess, because I guess I'll look it, but I'm like more annoyed than I am like scared.
You are looking astonishing this morning.
I look astonishing every morning. Thank you for noticing. I'll toss my hair back and walk and just say Karu and give like a slight nod as I walk right by you.
As you walk by him, he kind of smiles as you say, I'm glad you noticed, and he says, always.
Wait, what'd you say? I didn't hear
What'd you say? I think you cut out.
As you walk by him and you say, thanks for noticing, he says, always.
Well, I said that in character. So walk away.
Saphra is engaged in her book and completely oblivious to the world right now. And she just goes, no! Oh, sorry.
Everyone just stops what they're doing and just stares to look at her for a second.
She kind of laughs and she says, oh, it's just something in the book.
I would have waved to you as you nodded, I guess, towards me, Megumi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll do the slight wave as I acknowledge.
I just nod and I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of just like, who waves? It's like it's just too early for this like happy shit we're doing.
Oh, it was just a subtle wave. It wasn't like a wave.
Oh, hi, Megumi.
No,
I was kidding.
just a very like subtle.
Lawrence says, hey Megumi, you do look good this morning though.
I smile. Thank you so much, Lawrence. Just like really acknowledging. And like I'll even give him like a a closed eye. I'll give him one of those Akiho smiles that I picked up over time.
Yes.
That you've been in your room practicing in front of
a
mirror.
Akiho, I'm happy. I'm totally like a fucking pinball hustler and a murderer.
I've got that creepy serial killer smile.
I'll allow you to choose how you die today. Okay, legit, I have been doing that in my room, in game. Just whenever I walk by the mirror, or like I'm just being stupid goofy with myself, like a girl.
Yeah.
I'm Karu. I will defend your honor to the death.
I'm Isabella. Thanks, destroy. Boom.
I'm Isabella. Can I burn your skin? Can I have it? Can I have your skin?
Oh, I'm Chiho. I forgot.
Wait, I forgot my name. It's like C something. Oh, whatever. Haha, it doesn't matter. I'm just making fun of everybody. It's terrible. But yeah, that's my attitude towards everybody this morning, especially because that's why I think so therapeutically I made myself pretty, but it's for class. So, well, let's get this show on the road. I say, kind of annoyed. 7:30 is still kind of early, especially after like we didn't really recover yesterday from the physical fitness day.
Yeah, no.
Duel, all this other stuff. But you know what? Let's have a class while it's like the weather is gonna tear the walls apart in any moment now.
That reminds me, I forgot a sound effect that I need to be playing.
Thunder and rain and
lightning. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
It is one of those sleepy stay-in days too.
It's more of one of those board up the window kind of days.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's bad.
Hopefully this class isn't suicide, or not suicide, tsunami awareness.
And now we're gonna go
that out loud.
swimming in the ocean.
Yeah. Now we're gonna check your luck stat. If you make it out without being electrified, congratulations, you have a high luck stat.
Yes.
Actually, everyone's pretty much here except for
Max.
Max and the other two, yeah.
Well, we know where the other two are.
Speaking
Max
of
is
which,
a wild card.
they, both of them, just now got out of the elevator and have, walked into the lobby. They haven't really approached the group. They kind of just walked to somewhere else and are sitting alone. They kind of nod to you, or Vera nods to you, Karu,
Mhm.
but then they kind of just go off in their own corner and sit like at a table further away from the group.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I will return the nod to Vera. Okay.
Safra closes her book with a very audible like, thump. And she says, "Well, it's about time. Looks like everyone is here. No, Max isn't here. Well, I guess we can wait a little bit more." Do you guys talk about anything while you wait?
For Max. I don't. I guess I'll look around to see if he's even like in the area. Just not really like searching. I'll just like look around from where I'm sitting.
No, he's nowhere
Any
in the
signs
lobby.
of cat? Nope.
Lawrence says, "What are you drawing, Isabella?" And she just holds up the picture, and it's like a rain cloud and a building over like a hotel building, and just like streaks of black, which are supposed to be raindrops just covering the building.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Could go check his room to make sure he's, just sleeping or something. Does anyone know what floor he's on?
I mutter, isn't that the teacher's job anyway?
Safra says, that's actually a great idea. Let's all go wake him, or let's all go and see where he is.
Oh, this is horrible. I already don't like this.
As a class, we're just gonna go wake him up.
I'm
This
not
is like
sure
this-
I like this idea.
This is like the scene where the student just sleeps in class, and he's the only one asleep on his desk, and like the teacher arranges something to wake the student up real fast. Except home invasion style.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because she's got a master key, she's just gonna open it probably.
Yeah. You're going to. It's gonna be like, all right, everyone, pretend like we just got done with the quiz. Wake him up and be like, "Hey, you've got to turn in your quiz." Go, what? What? Yeah. I've actually had something back when I was in high school. They did something like that to me. Like, the entire class, the bell rang, and someone woke me up, and as the bell was ringing, he's like, "Come on, man, fire drill, fire drill."
God, fuck.
Oh, dude.
I just had a teacher paint. I fell asleep and she painted 3 of my fingernails with whiteout.
Okay, going back to the
11th grade.
Well, Safra stands up and she says, "All right, everyone. Well, we can't really all fit in the elevator. Well, I don't know. The elevator's kind of big. Let's try."
Oh gosh.
And she says, "Come on, everyone, let's go." And Lucilia and Vera just don't get up. And Safra shouts back to them, "Come on!" And Lucilia says, "There is no way we are going to fit inside there." And you never know until you try.
Yeah, just come on.
Alright, so Chiho grabs you and Lawrence, Akiho, and says, "Oh, this will be so much fun.
Heck yeah.
He's gonna be
Let's
so
all squeeze
happy to
in."
see us."
Gosh. Gosh, this is gonna be so uncomfortable.
He'll be so
Isabella-
surprised.
Isabella walks in, and then Sora walks in and kind of positions himself by Chiho and Safra,
Of course.
and he says, he kind of says, "Well, this isn't so bad." Megumi, what are you doing? Lucilia and Vera reluctantly start walking over to the elevator.
I'm just gonna put my hands on my hips, and it's like, this is not what I wanted. This is my fault. And then continue.
It's pretty crowded. It's like everyone is basically touching at least 2 people, and it's
Yeah.
just cramped.
Gross. Okay, who is touching me?
Who is touching
I say that
you?
out loud. Who is touching me? It can't be helped, but I still say it.
No one answers, or at least no one.
No one fesses
Well, it's
up.
because everyone's talking, so no one actually
Yeah.
exactly hears what you're saying, nor does they of each other.
Safra touches the button. It is the 8th floor, and it's a long, uncomfortable trip up to the 8th floor.
We're all packed like sardines in here.
Why did I have to say anything?
You the door opens and basically everyone kind of piles out. And Safra says, "Okay, maybe that wasn't such a good idea."
Could have taken turns.
But isn't there like 2 elevators?
There are 2 elevators.
We could just split up next time.
Safra says, "Yeah, let's do that."
I don't think it was so bad.
Had everyone been on it, would have been worse.
Yeah, I don't think it was that big of a deal, Sora says.
Of course.
Oh well. Okay, which door was Max's?
Safra walks over to the... okay, well, I have this written down. But I'm clicking on all of the wrong things. Hold on.
Crime.
Okay, she walks over to the 2nd floor, but she kind of puts her hand over her lips and like shh, and has everyone kind of like walk over quietly. And she says, "All right, everyone. On the count of 3, everyone yell good morning, Max."
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Chiho kind of just like balls her fists up and like holds them up and just smiles like she's excited.
She's ready to go.
Lucilia and Vera just kind of look at each other. And kind of whispers, "What's the..." Lucilia whispers, "What's the point of that?" Shh! You just see Lucilia roll her eyes.
Because
And
it's fun.
And Safra starts counting down. All right, 1, 2, 3, and then Chiho just yells at the top of her lungs like, "Good morning, Max!" And the rest of the other people kind of give a "Good morning, Max," and
Oh, Akiho would have got in on that with Chiho.
Oh, you're terrible. Of course you would have. I'm just kind of mumbling like, "Morning, Max."
it's loud. And as soon as you hear that, you hear "Dum dum."
Oh,
Dum
Yeah.
dum 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 dum.
what? I'm very confused now. Is it like stairs in? Oh wait, he's a cat.
It's not like it's like someone running. That's what it sounds like someone just stomping around. And you hear ah, and then stomp 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 stomp, and then he's at the door, and then everyone's Saffron says, "All right, everyone, one more time. Good morning, Matt." And then Chiho and the rest do it again, even less enthusiastically. And then the door slowly opens, and you just see you see Max with his hair even more messy than it usually is, and just like a tank top and like boxer shorts. And he's kind of just slouching over with like dark spots in his eyes. It's like, what?
I'm kind of.
Akiho smiling and waving.
I kind of just. If you wave Akiho, I kind of do the little hey, but with like twiddling your fingers, kind of. Hey, Max.
He looks over the crowd. He doesn't look very happy, and he sees you, Megumi, and just goes and slams the door.
I actually feel bad about that.
Safra kind of puts a hand on her hip and she says, "Now we can't have that." She starts knocking on the door and she says, "Max, time to wake up." And Max says, "It's like early time in the morning. No. Come on, Max. Class starts in like 15 minutes. You're gonna miss it." "I don't care." "Well, I don't care what you want. If you don't open the door, we're all coming in." "What? No." Give me like 10 minutes.
Doesn't smell like we didn't get hit by a whiff of tuna cans, did we? Door.
Go ahead and roll a body, I guess.
Just gross. God damn it. There's Bonnie. I just scroll up. Okay, it's not.
Doesn't seem like there is anything. The room was extremely dark though. Oh, also whenever you entered the lobby, guys, all you saw around you was brown. Just brown everything. Brown lamps, brown light, brown carpet.
Yeah, the floor's theme was brown. Remember? That was a mention early in the game.
Oh, okay.
There was a brown floor.
Weird.
Cool.
And You're just kind of standing in front of the door, and Lucilia says, "All right, well, what now?"
Yeah, I'm actually with Lucilia on this one. I say out loud. What now?
I didn't think that far ahead, really. I guess.
Oh my god. I roll my eyes. Oh, look, I guess another professor that doesn't think ahead. Who would have thought here at Luv-Luv, Glittering Paradise that we,
Huh. Love,
really
glittering paradise. I like that. I think I might I might use that from now on. Well, I guess we just wait here until he comes out.
I guess we just do that for 10 minutes. No, I mean, I'm saying that. I'm not that's the action.
Yeah.
You're saying that? Okay.
Yes. I guess we just wait here 10 minutes then. Anybody? Man, he can turn into a cat. He's not gonna leap out the window, is he? Is he? I say kind of half asking and then like seriously asking.
It's like, wait, that's possible.
Well, we're on the 8th floor. He doesn't have very many places to go.
Point.
Lawrence just kind of says, I think he'll come out. He's just a late riser. Chiho.
Yeah, but this is Saphra's class. It's a surprise, so you know it's going to be the best.
Chiho says, a surprise? Oh, I love surprises. Well, not the scary kind.
Me too, that's what I said.
Lucilia kind of goes, and goes and sits down on a couch. Vera sits beside her. And Lucilia says, I don't suppose anyone has any tea or anything. Of course not.
Wait, who said that?
Lucilia.
No.
Asking if anyone has any tea on them right now as we're standing in a lobby.
Yes.
No.
Chiho says, no, I wish I did though. Maybe I should start carrying tea around. Lucilia just kind of raises an eyebrow at that.
Just always have tea on you. You'll be ready for every situation that way.
Lawrence says, I don't think she was serious, Chiho. And Chiho looks kind of confused for a second, and she says, oh, okay. Still looking confused, but pretending like she understands.
Totally.
Well, the 10 minutes pass, and Max comes out in his black jeans and his black hoodie, kind of slouching, and he kind of closes the door kind of roughly, and he looks, and he says, wow, all of you are here.
Surprise!
Alright, let's get this over with. What are we doing?
We don't know yet.
Saphra says, well, first, I think it's time for everyone to go have some breakfast. She smiles. All right, everyone, follow me.
I'm down for that.
Get an umbrella as soon as we get to the lobby. I'm not getting rained on. Or at least, I don't know how many umbrellas there are, actually.
There's about 8. Not enough.
That's not enough for all of us. Fine, I'll opt out then.
Safra says, "Oh, no, you don't have to worry about that. Everyone just gather around me." She walks outside under the little awning. And she says, "Come on, everyone." Vera and Lucilia grab an umbrella anyway. Or Vera grabs an umbrella for Lucilia.
She said not to worry about it, so I'm not going to worry about it.
I'm a bit confused. But, I don't know.
Lawrence has already grabbed an umbrella, so he's kind of looks at it and he's like, "Oh, do I need to put it back or?" No, it's fine, Lawrence. All right. So all of you get out. Are all of you going outside? Standing around her? All right. Well, you're standing under the awning. Let's have stronger wind since you're outside now. So, Safra kind of holds up her hand and she says, "All right, everyone, gather around me. A little bit closer. All right, there, that's fine." And all of a sudden, you see a little shimmering light, kind of like. Do you remember in the Star Wars Episode 1 with the gun shield?
Yeah.
It basically you see something like that just come over all of you.
Individually or
no, just
like
over the whole
big...
group, just one
Okay.
big thing. And she says, "All right, everyone, stay close." And she just starts walking.
Interesting.
That's cool.
You hear Lawrence go. You hear Chiho rather go, "Whoa!"
Does it have like the same almost electric effect from her up to the orb?
Well, what do you mean?
Here, let's use this one.
Like, is it wavy?
Like general.
General.
So they have like the obvious power source that goes up and like splits into different arcs and beams and goes out to touch the field.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
actually, let me look at the power. I think I have it set up that way, but let me make sure.
Don't mean to be like pain. I'm just trying to imagine it.
It is exactly like that.
Cool. And so did you say she was raising her hand, or did she just, is it emanating from her?
Yeah, it's kind of coming from her hand.
Okay. Awesome. I dig it.
So you are just walking through the path. Doesn't seem like there's any... You're not getting wet at all. Even the wind from outside isn't bothering you. You can hear it, but you don't feel it.
I like it.
So, Max actually kind of says, "That's really neat." And Safra says, "Thanks, it took me a while to get it right." And
Akio's just looking in wonder.
It does have that kind of wavy look to it. Like, looking through water.
Okay.
So, all of you get to the cafeteria. Let me see. There we go. And she Saphir says, "All right, everyone, get inside, get inside." Everyone, she kind of ushers everyone inside while she's standing at the doorway. And as soon as the last person gets inside, she drops whatever thing was going and runs inside. And she says, I sure hope the weather breaks soon. It's getting pretty bad out there.
But it looks amazing.
Lawrence says, yeah, it is pretty outside. The birds don't like it, though.
Oh, yeah. I can't imagine they would.
Yeah, a lot of their homes get blown away. It's really sad. Chiho says,
Aww.
That is really sad.
Yeah.
And she says, and Isabella says, do we go save the birds? Lawrence kind of smiles and
Such a good girl, Isabella.
looks down, and he says, no, that's just the way it is, Isabella. We can't save them all, even if we tried. But that's really nice of you to say. I like birds. I like birds too. Well, anyway, Saphira says, I guess all of you are really hungry, huh? Well, I guess it's time I should tell you, that the class today will be the class today will be us cooking together. Surprise!
Oh, yay, cooking.
Yeah, so I'm going to need all of you to pair up and tell each other your favorite foods, and you're going to have pick someone and help them make it for them. Let's see, I guess I'll pick the groups. How about Lawrence and you take Isabella? Vera, you can go with Lucilia, I guess. And Chiho, why don't you go with well, actually, how about Chiho, you go with Vera, and Akiho, you go with Lucilia.
Okay.
Irritate them so bad. Well, at least Lucilia.
Akio's thrown off guard for a second. I don't think Akio's really interacted with Lucilia very much. It's kept kind of away, but totally, Akio's down.
Lucilia is frowning, and Vera is just looking at Lucilia.
Akio's gonna do the thing where they kind of lean out of the crowd, so you can, like, imagine, I don't know how exactly everyone's situated, but imagine like if two people were at the front of a crowd, but there's people in between them, and they kind of look at each other, so they have to lean out of the crowd a little bit, or they just
Oh
see
yeah,
one
yeah,
person
I
leaning
see.
out. Akio does that where they lean their upper body out and then just kind of like smile and wave at Lucilia.
Lucilia just says, "Very well," and she goes and stands by you.
Awesome.
Saphira says, let's see, there's 4 of you left. Max, you go with Megumi, I guess, and the last 2, Karu and Sora, you 2 are together.
I'm gonna facepalm a little bit and just like, oh gosh.
Now, all of you need to, all of you are gonna be spending a lot of time here together, so I want this to get everyone closer together, uh, and uh, uh, and I want everyone to get to know each other a little bit better. Sora just says, just kind of sighs, and he says, well, since it's you asking, it must be a wonderful idea. Miss Saphira, he kind of says very sadly. And Max kind of looks at the ground and goes, does that kind of thing. And he doesn't even look at you, Megumi. He just says, well, let's get this over with, and he walks into the kitchen. And Saphira says, oh, well, he's eager. All right, everyone, let's head inside. There's plenty of stoves and everything for all of you. All right. So, you have your groups, Sora and Karu, Megumi and Max, and Akiho and Lucilia.
Yep.
So, let's go around to all of the groups.
Right.
We'll start with you, Akiho.
Alright, so, what should I make?
Lucilia kind of just sighs, and she just says, do you have any experiencing in this cooking?
Oh, I've cooked. I cook for my my papa back home all the time.
Wonderful. Well, I suppose that means that you're good for something. She kind of looks at you and she says, actually, I think this will be quite enlightening. Please fix whatever you would like, Miss Saito. Or, wait. Yeah, she thinks you're a girl right now.
Okay. Let's see. Can I roll a mind check or something to see if there's any dish that I've seen that I know she eats more often than not? Or, like, style or something?
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
Hold on. No. Wait. you have seen her eating. Oh God, these are all horrible.
Are they weird Italian named
No,
foods?
no, I just typed in random food generate name
Oh.
generator, and everything ends in korma, and I don't even know what korma is. All right, you have seen her eating roast duck in a garlic sauce. That's the last thing you remember seeing her eat.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me a defense against telepathy. So I believe that is mind thing. You can roll that however you want.
Okay, let's see.
Actually. Let's see here. Okay. Let's go ahead and do another. High
Do
number
another?
or no? High number or low number?
Low number.
Okay. What what are you thinking in general right now? Just basic stuff. Or actually, let's go into a game chat too.
Okay.
All right. Are you thinking about food or what are you thinking about? Just in general surface kind of deal.
Just in general surface.
Yeah.
Probably just thinking about
Roast
if
duck
they have
and
any duck.
garlics. Yeah. Thinking if they have any duck. All right. What is since you're surrounded by food, what is your favorite food? Or would you consider that a deeper thought kind of thing, or would you be thinking about what you want to eat?
Let's see. Let me
Or are you
see.
thinking solely of duck?
Let me just
By the way, you feel that your mind has been read. You feel someone intruding in your mind. You're not sure.
Cool.
You're not sure what they're getting or how deep they're going, but someone has tapped into your mind.
Okay. So, along with duck, I guess I am also using a food generator, and one I found was guinea fowl
Guinea fowl.
salad.
Guinea fowl salad. Okay. So let's go back to game one.
Okay. All right.
Greetings.
Okay. So, it is possible. That's what Lucilia says to you. So it is
Okay.
possible.
All right. From here, I guess I'll just be like, all right, let me try to make something, and then I'll go check and see if they have the ingredients.
She says offhandedly, "Yes, that will be fine. I do not normally eat the same thing twice in a week, but this is fine."
I'll stop and stare at her for a second and be like, all right. And then I guess I'll get to try making. Should I roll a
Roll me
cooking
a
check?
soul. If you have
A soul.
cooking, roll cooking. If you don't, if you have a the thing domestic arts, you can roll that instead.
I have domestic arts with specialization not in cooking but something else.
Okay, you can roll that. You just
Won't
don't
get the bonus.
you won't get the bonus +1.
What?
Instead of getting a +2 bonus, you would only get the plus, or however many is in that stat.
Uh,
Nice.
Oh dang!
It's too
It is
good.
amazing. You start you you start bringing the stuff over and you just start going to town like you pick up a chef knife and you look at it and you like twirl it over your finger, right? Um, and you just like bring it down and just start rapid chopping like garlic and throwing it in a pot and it sizzles and goes tss, and you don't even look at it. You just grab like some spice and throw it in there while you're reaching something else. And
all of a sudden, Master Chef.
yeah, that's what it looks like. And Lucilia kind of takes a step back. Uh,
You know, I just do light cooking for Papa. And this.
This is what he calls light cooking. I'm afraid what his real serious cooking is like.
yeah, light cooking. But yeah, Lucilia kind of takes a step back and raises an eyebrow and just looks at, watches you, and she whispers something in your ear. That's what she whispers to you.
Akiho just looks at her and smiles and then continues.
She just says, "Well, I don't know what your deal is, but at least you seem to be quite the talented chef." Now, salad was it? They don't have what was the meat? Lamb or something?
Fowl.
Huh? What? Say that again?
Guinea fowl?
Guinea fowl? They don't seem to have any guinea fowl, so I'll just use chicken. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
I can't believe I'm doing this menial work.
By the way, if you were curious, this is what a guinea fowl looks like.
I know what a guinea fowl is, but
Okay. I didn't until I did the generator.
it's a very small bird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe you can hunt them here, actually.
Probably.
What was I rolling? Soul. Right. It's a salad, so she doesn't screw it up.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
But she seems very displeased, and she asks you every now and then, "Is this what goes into a salad?" Yes, yes, yes. I've seen this in my salads. And then throws it in.
Akio probably just responds like, yeah, totally, or maybe not, as necessary. If she says it out loud for Akio to hear.
Yeah, she does. She does. Go ahead and give me another mind check.
Okay.
I wonder if I can toggle these rolls in to be private. Yeah, so what are you thinking as or actually, let's go to game 2.
Okay.
So again, you feel your mind. Dude. Yeah, you're feeling your mind being tapped again. What are you thinking about right now?
She seems a little inexperienced
All right.
in cooking.
All right.
And how deep does the thought need to go?
Not too deep.
Okay, that just she seems a little inexperienced at cooking.
All right.
Okay, yeah, because I had another idea if it had to go deeper, but since it doesn't, that's all.
Yeah. No, that actually still would have passed if I had it go deeper. Well, depending on what I had her do, but she did not, and she just said she just says uh, not on your game today, or uh, I see you aren't as guarded this morning. She says kind of cryptically. Uh, I am not well versed in com such common tasks as these. I normally have someone do them for me. She nods at Vera.
Ah, I see. Yeah, I'm used to cooking. It's something I do regularly to pass the time.
How your house life must be very dull in that case. Well, you are cooking. By the way, everyone around sees Akiho just go to town on some duck and has like a fillet knife in her hand, just chopping garlic and just tossing it in a pan, and it's very impressive. um. Oh dang, you you rolled 2 6s.
I did, dude.
Yeah, it's a crazy crit.
So crazy. But yeah, you are. It's gonna be good. You already know. Your mouth is watering over it. And you make a little bit too much, so you'll have a plate of it too.
That was on purpose.
That was on purpose. All right, going to uh, Karu and Sora, and
All right.
you're standing in a kitchen, and he says, so, have you ever cooked before?
What, have you not?
I mean,
I have occasionally. It's not very often. I would not say I'm an expert in
I've dabbled when I was a child.
All right.
Well,
So, what meals have you eaten? I suppose. What do you eat in northern Japan?
I am quite. Well, it is morning. I could use with. How about some roasted egg and miso soup? That seems simple enough. I mean, a child could make miso soup, right?
So if you want to get into it, I just looked up regional Japanese foods,
Okay.
and Hokkaido's regional food is ishikari hot pot.
For breakfast?
I don't know about breakfast. This doesn't include breakfast. Just it's their food.
And he says, maybe a tofu wrap would be easier. Would you be okay with the tofu wrap?
I mean, I just asked what food you preferred, not which would be easiest. I mean,
miso soup is fine.
Yeah, I guess we can work on
What about you? What do you want?
Let's see. Let's see.
By the way, Quinde, are you still there?
Last I heard, he had to go get payment from a tenant.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Alright. Someone's head is in a toilet right now. Scroll
Yep.
up for the GIF.
Which gift? There's so many.
There's
The one
Oh,
that
that one I
includes.
see it.
Okay.
The dude.
Yep. Oh, which one is Quinde? We can only imagine.
I assume he was the one doing the dunking.
Okay. This music is so awkward. It's so tonally appropriate.
yeah, it's perfect for the moment, for sure. Gosh, I'm trying to find any recipe that makes sense.
Anything that makes sense.
Yeah,
Meat,
honestly,
protein, chicken
freaking-
maybe. I don't know. Beef or pork? Pork probably.
pork rice balls.
Yeah. Pork
That'd be
rice
something.
bowl. Yeah.
So traditional Japanese breakfast for any, this is not regional, is just, steamed rice, miso soup, a protein such as grilled fish, various side dishes including Japanese pickles, dry seasoned seaweed, fermented soybeans, and a small side dish of vegetables.
Nice.
How about
Oh, steam buns would be good too.
how about pork? You're listing off all these things, and Sora just says, "How about pork and vegetable stir fry?"
I could go for that.
Oh shit, that looks good.
All right.
So. I
By
guess,
the way, Safra, it isn't. She's just walking back and forth, and she walks up to Sora and she says, "Oh no, you have to turn the oven on first." Oh, I didn't see. I thought it was already on. My apologies.
So I guess. Well, actually, we're both going to be basically using stovetop. We're not going
Yeah.
to be using really much oven at all.
All right, go ahead and roll me a soul. Unless you have domestic. What's it?
Let's see if I have domestic arts. I don't know if I do.
I don't think he does either. No.
No, I have visual and cultural.
All right, just roll. Not initiative. I almost clicked on initiative.
That'd be
On
great. I get a
soul.
bonus for initiative. Oh no, it's horrible. It's so
Y'all are
bad.
like the ones in what's that, domestic arts class or whatever, that just goes and doesn't do very well.
Goes to meet the women.
Yeah.
Not really. Karu, you're cooking the egg, and you smell a burning. Sora, he seems to be doing a little bit better, but he drops oil in the pan with the rice, or not the rice, but the vegetables, and it just kind of catches on fire. And like he drops it on the stove. It's like, oh, and you smell the burning as soon as this fire drops, and a piece of like welcome back. No one stabbed.
That's good.
So a piece of grease lands.
Yeah, lands like on your shoulder.
Ow! Ah!
And you you're doing that while you're kind of like patting your shoulder like Karu turns to you, it's like the egg, it's burning, what are you doing? And he rushes over and he like turns off the stove and like bumps you out of the way and you fall down. Meanwhile, the fire on the vegetables like starts getting higher and higher.
I'll put that out as best as I can.
All right, what are you doing to put it out?
Crud.
He looks over to throw some water on it.
Oh God, no.
Okay, I'm gonna do that because it's a terrible idea.
He doesn't know how to cook.
If you want, you can roll a mind to see if that's a good idea or not. But
okay. It's okay.
It's okay. It's stressful. You need to do it. The fire's getting bigger.
Jesus.
Dude, that shit is bad news.
So I go get a bucket in the sink, fill it up, and go take it to the grease fire.
Oh God. He's like, hurry, 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 hurry! It's getting bigger.
All right. So okay. So I don't know how long it'll take me to fill the water, but as soon as it's full, I'm gonna splash it onto the...
As soon as you're splashing it on there, Sapphire's running over. What are you doing now? And then you splash it on there, and like, whoosh! The fire is huge. And Sapphire's like, oh my God, oh my God.
It didn't work. The fire's not out.
Sapphire runs over and she says, "What are you doing?" She goes and turns the stove off, and you see her raise her hand, and in the little, she creates like a little. Wait, I don't think she can do that. No, she can't do that. Okay. Well, yeah, she technically can. She creates a little bubble, a little bubble of energy, you see, or something. It's the same one, not the one that you saw whenever you were walking outside, but it's the one that you saw whenever Judas or Vera threw that dagger at Judas. Just a little yellow glowy thing, and it's just a little like orb around the little pot, and you just see it. All you see inside the little orb is just fire, but it's not. But it's contained inside the little orb. And she says, "Oh, okay, you two. I think you two are done." Sora says, "This is all your fault. Why did you throw water on? Why did you throw water on it?"
I've never worked on a stove.
Oh, dude.
Well, it's your fault for starting burning your stuff.
But you burn your stuff too.
I wasn't burning my stuff. I had it perfectly under control until I had to come help you.
You're just on fire.
Have you never watched a television in your life? That's how cooks do it. And
What's
Sapphire's
a television?
Sapphire says, "Enough, you two. Just go wait outside."
I step away and go outside. Well, not in the rain.
Not in the rain,
kitchen.
but like.
And I sit down. I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Sora actually sits beside you, and you hear his stomach growl.
I'm a horrible cook.
Sora just kind of slumps in his chair, looking defeated. You're both kind of sharing a moment where you're both just feeling like, oh no, oh man, we're bad at cooking. Everyone in the kitchen, you see this happen. It's a spectacle.
Oh no.
Very entertaining.
So one side we have like cooking Master Chef edition, and the other we have a fire hazard.
We have on one side we have what is it, Hell's Kitchen, and the other kitchens from hell.
It's a perfect anime so far.
Yes.
Nice.
All right, getting to the last group of PCs, Megumi and Max.
So what is it, a dish, like a specific one we have to prepare, or just anything?
The teacher had said, "Are you asking Max or are you asking me?"
No, I'm asking you as I wasn't here.
The teacher said, "Ask the person what their favorite food is, and then prepare it or help make it for the other person."
Okay. Still feeling awkward around them. It's like, so Max, what do you want to make? I actually like kind of doing the little touching your fingertips to each other. Kind of.
He just
nervous.
He just kind of goes. You've never cooked before, have you?
I've made
Yeah.
rice.
He just shakes his
What?
head. He just shakes his head and he says, "Just move." And you see him open up the grill, or he grabs a pan, and you see him grab some eggs and just kind of like, literally, not shoves you, but kind of nudges you away from in front of the stove, and he just says, "Just stand over there," or something.
Supposed to be a team exercise, I say. Won't we fail if we don't do it as a team? Bringing up that point.
He's just ignoring you, and he's just like grabbing spices and stuff off of the shelf, and like he grabs the pan and starts like flipping the egg in the pan. Or actually, before he did all of this, he actually put on the apron and everything, and put on the hat.
Like he actually knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's moving around like he's done something before. And
So if he's making eggs, then that's what he's making mainly, right?
Yeah.
What do I see in my vicinity that I think would be good with egg? Should I roll? What goes good with egg? Because I might make a fucking.
You see the pork and the duck that Akiho was using. You see some fish, rice, bacon.
Bacon makes sense, I guess, for a gaijin meal.
Alright. And that you see vegetables of all kinds, seaweed and kelp are there. Okra, things like that. Some fruits and vegetables.
Okay, so vegetables and meat go together. But he likes fish. Oh, he already started making something with an egg. I know. I can help him make an omelet. That'll do it. It'll be terrible. I'll grab several vegetables and possibly, I guess I'll attempt to cook the fish. Is it already like filleted and stuff, or is it like a legit fish?
It's a legit fish.
Fuck. I don't know how to cut said fish. Wait, or perhaps I know how the fish is put together?
You know how a fish is put together. Yes, you do
Forensically.
know how a fish is put together.
Excellent. Alright, so then I can take it apart correctly. And I assume I'm going to cook it slowly so as to not do what happened in the last one because of too much heat. So, what do you want me to try and roll to start cooking a fish that smells good?
Soul.
Soul. Come on, soul.
Unless you have domestic arts.
Unless you
Nope.
have domestic arts. Oh,
11
you actually do a pretty good job.
I'm kind of seeing if he notices the smell of cooking fish.
Well, you're standing basically like side beside
I know,
him, like
but he's been purposely ignoring me, so I'm trying to see if he notices that I'm making something he
it
likes.
isn't that he's purposefully ignoring you, it's that he's doing work right now.
Oh, he's focused. Okay.
He looks over at you and he says, "What are you doing?" He leans over, he says, "You don't cook a fish like that. It needs to be hotter." He bends down, he turns the dial up a little bit, and you see the flames under the thing go up a little bit, and he says, "All right, keep going." He says, "All right, there," and then he starts doing work, moving around the kitchen as if he knows where the stuff is.
I learned that you need a good amount of heat. Okay. I'm gonna eyeball the fish to see if it's not screwing up. I'm like literally like focused staring, death staring the pan. See if I can like not fuck this up. I could be doing more, but I'm like legit staring.
You're just staring at it. All right, not adding anything to it or anything.
Oh, perhaps I should. I'm thinking. Quick, herbs. Let me see what herbs are good on fish.
You find some decent fish herbs. I don't eat fish, so I don't know.
Okay. Salt and
garlic. Parsley, I guess. I don't know.
I sprinkle a little on it, and then I stare. Sprinkle some more after. I'm worried about the flames catching fire, like on everything. So every time I touch the pan, I'm slightly scared because he did turn it up pretty high.
Right. That actually reminds me, I'm gonna roll a D100. High number or low number?
High. Fuck it.
Some grease actually like some natural fish grease or fish oil that's being cooked out of the fish kind of pops up, and it doesn't really hurt, but you know, like when you're cooking and grease gets on you and it's that little sting that kind of happens to you in catch.
I'm gonna try and bear it. No, I whelp a little.
He looks over and
it's not even bad. It just caught me off guard.
He just kind of looks at you and just kind of does the and looks back at his thing. Not long at all, and he has that done, the eggs done, but as he was doing that, he also had gotten some vegetables and things, and he had been frying vegetables, and that it's one of those things where it's the four little stovetops, and you were using one, but he was using the other three.
All of them, yeah.
Yeah. He had the egg, he had like vegetables and stuff, and he had like he had like he had bacon in the other one, and bacon. And it smells pretty good. The fish is starting to smell pretty good too, and he
Turn
said,
it over so it cooks on the other side.
Yeah, it's not burnt or anything. It's actually looking like a decent color.
I'm not failing. I'm already better at Karu than Karu. I'm gonna whisper that. I'm already better at Karu than this, so that's good.
Yeah,
Burn.
Max says, yeah, they almost burned the entire place down. Only an idiot would throw water on a grease fire.
Yeah, only an idiot would. My character did not know that. But I'm playing it off like I do.
Totally.
Because legit, I thought that was something he needed to do. As well.
He looks over at the fish and he says, pretty funny.
What's pretty funny?
You cooking fish, I'm a cat.
Oh, yeah, haha. Yeah, I can see how that's funny. I'm really nervous around him since I insulted him, and I really feel bad.
You just love making
And then
it.
I'm gonna try and pull off the, let me see.
He, as you're doing this, he says, you're just full of assumptions. And as he's saying that, he's turning off the stoves. And you see him throwing stuff inside the eggs, and he is making an omelet. Or what looks to be one.
See, I knew it. I knew it.
I mean,
so much stuff.
it's not too much of an assumption. We already know he likes fish. Or at least tuna.
But I know what he means by that. I'm a jerk. A jerky jerk. I don't care about being a jerk, but for some reason I do. Ever since coming here. This place is cursed.
It's making you feel
Feel
feelings.
and care.
Feelings and...
So,
well, it's
so I kind
done.
of just like,
Here you go.
I'll hand him the, pan of fish so he can present it with the egg, omelet, and stuff. Terrible combination. At least I think so, IRL.
Some
It's an
people like
omelet.
fish egg omelets, but I don't know. I don't like fish, so I can't say.
I love fish, but
Oh, dude, I
that's the
love
word.
fish, dude.
Fish is great. It's just I don't understand I don't think I'd like that fish and egg omelet. Although I did like tuna and corn pancakes.
That actually sounds good. Anyway, he takes the fish and looks at it and just picks it up and starts eating it.
I kind of do the like sort of like almost leaning towards like the person eating it just to see, if it's good.
He'd only taken one bite of it, but he looks up at you and he just says, "Kind of salty."
I kind of, twist my nose. Like, yeah, I did go a little overboard.
He just...
Not bad though, right?
I've had worse. He starts walking out, out to the lounge.
So, I imagine it would taste pretty good depending on the type of fish you use.
Yeah, probably.
I just showed a picture where someone did a omelet salmon roll.
Okay, fuck, that looks good. I'll try it. Do we? So he just like takes it and walks out,
Yeah,
like nary a word.
basically, just kind of walks past you.
I'm kind of miffed at that, but I'm gonna let it go for now. I have to like do more than just say I'm sorry, but I don't know what yet. Do I write him a poem? No, that's stupid. That's stupid, Megumi. I'm like having an internal monologue in my head and like shaking my head. Stupid Megumi. Why would he want a poem? Wait, and then I'm battling like the other self. I was like, wait, why wouldn't he like a poem? You're just assuming that he's just a cat and he wouldn't like poetry. He's a person, you know.
You
Like,
hear
but that's cheesy. So I'm like,
you
a full
hear
3 seconds.
you hear the voice in your head just be like, who cares what he thinks? He's just a mangy furball.
I'm gonna say this out loud because like I'm saying it with like such fury in my head that it like escapes me, and I actually say like shut up, I care, okay? I say like loud as fuck, and then I'm like, see if anybody noticed.
People notice. People kind of stare at you.
Stare at me. I kind of just give them I just kind of give a, where is it? Oh no, I don't have intimidation. Oh, I do. I'm giving them an angry stare to just like, whatever, it's not your business.
You're sufficient. Everyone around you is sufficiently intimidated enough to not say anything. But they still give you weird looks.
Yeah, they'll give me weird looks. They just won't say shit to my face, which is good enough. Well, you stupid anyway. I kind of storm off with like a little bit of the food, and I sit, and I just like kind of mumble like, "Oh, it's too salty, Mister
The
5-star chef."
the voice in your head kind of chuckles as you look down at the omelet and says, cat food.
Nice.
Out of game, that's funny as shit. Excellent. I think I'm legit gonna write him a poem. Like, and I'm gonna write a poem like for real. Like, I'm gonna
IRL.
IRL.
This will be the one poem that actually gets a good score.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I need to roll for it, and then I'll make it.
Yeah, roll
IRL.
for it and then make the quality of the poem relate to the roll. Roses are red, violets are blue. I don't intend to stab you. Thanks.
Best I could come up with on short notice. Leave me alone.
But are you going outside this and sitting next to Max or what?
Well, before I sit, yeah, I'm gonna sit next to him, but I'm kind of mumbling as I take a small piece of the egg, and I just bitch about him calling my food too salty. And then, like, is it amazing?
Let me roll for how good it is. He made it and it looks
tasty.
good.
Roll for tasty.
It's pretty good.
Do we get umami?
It's not amazing, but
Well, it's still amazing compared to like
it's
all
still
my
yeah, it's still like home cooked food that your mom made, right?
Denny's, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not Akiho level.
It's not
pretty
Akiho
good.
level. By the way, Akiho, whenever you get out and you're sitting with Lucilia, she takes a bite of her duck,
Mhm.
and she does the thing where her fork is in her mouth, right? She's chewed it a little. She just slowly looks up at you, like with her eyes wide. But she doesn't say anything. She's just like in shock for a moment.
Akiho just smiles, incredibly pleased with themselves, and pairs the portion I made for myself with the salad that she made for me. And then eat.
She doesn't say anything, but she is kind of like awkwardly staring at you.
I didn't like continue to stare at her. Like after I noticed her look was when I smiled. Then Akiho like broke chopsticks and then started eating.
It went from like a wide-eyed like wow look to a more give me a soul roll.
Soul.
To like empathize and see what
You made
what
soul
she's
food.
feeling. If you can
Okay.
get what she's feeling.
Let's see.
You don't know. She's just looking at you. Maybe she admires the food. I don't know. It's weird though.
That's kind of what I'm assuming. She's just admiring my food.
Anyway, back to you.
La-dee-da.
Anyway, back to you, Megumi. You're sitting at the table, with Max.
I'm gonna kind of, I guess, just sit next to him because we are partners in this. Yours came out pretty good. I say, just like mentioning his omelet.
He looks up at you, nods, and in the middle of like scarfing down the fish, just nods and keeps eating the fish.
Seeing him eating the fish, can I try and hide a smile?
Sure.
That?
That would be a soul.
Okay.
Let me counter roll.
Do I serious face, or does he see it? Because like I'm legit trying to hide it.
Hey,
Fuck.
he sees it.
Like it's a genuinely like I'm happy that he likes it smile. Like it's stupid, like instinctual, like I hope this boy likes the food I made him smile. It's feminine as shit is what I'm saying.
He has he's been using like a fork and a knife to cut pieces off of it, and he has some fish in his mouth, and he looks up and sees you smiling at him. He's like, "Stop that! That's weird." With food in his mouth.
Oh, okay. I put like my hands like on my lap, and then just kind of like deadpan, regain my composure, and then begin eating. We'll eat in like all you'll hear. We're just awkwardly next to each other, but all you hear is the scraping of utensils. Just that's all you hear. Like, but it's like you could hear a pin drop if it weren't for these utensils.
One last thing I want to check.
It's just too stupid. It's just stupidly cute. God damn it, Megumi. Supposed to be a bad bitch.
Vera is not on her game today.
She's still thinking about her past defeat.
Who's she paired with?
I believe she
Lawrence,
was paired
wasn't
with
it?
Lawrence.
Okay.
You hear, by this time everyone has come out with their own food.
Or was it Chiho? Because Lawrence was paired with Isabella.
Oh yeah, it was.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
She was with. You hear Chiho go, and Vera. Vera just looks miffed, and she says, "I was distracted, okay?" And she just kind of storms off to the bathroom.
Oh. Sad face.
And Akiho, Lucilia kind of says, "I wonder what. Like, that's rather strange. I've known Vera's cooking to be quite good."
Oh, and how does my my duck compare?
It compares.
Odd choice of word there.
Okay. I wonder if she just I guess she just got distracted with all that that fire going on over in that other corner.
Perhaps. And then she just quietly goes back to eating her duck.
And then Akio will do the same. Not
It's
sure
so
about wanting to interact with Lucilia too much.
it's so awkward. Everywhere is awkward.
Yeah, I know. This was an awkward
Uh,
episode.
not by the way, Sora and Karu, you have seen everyone come out with their food, and you two are just kind of sitting together without anything, and just kind of sitting there with each other awkwardly. And Safra comes up to you, both of you, with just like uh, a simple thing of eggs and toast, and she sets them on the table. And she sits with both of you, and she says, "Well, at least you tried."
I would just head down, shaking. I'm just like, I can't.
I am ashamed.
Sora is actually doing the same thing.
Both together. That's beautiful.
So sad.
Shame. Mutual shame.
Then all of a sudden, Sora's head jerks up, as if he has the, as if something just crossed his mind like a brilliant idea, and he says, "Ah, maybe you could teach me." Excuse me? Maybe you could teach me how to be a proper cook. I guess I could. He just has a huge smile on his face, and then he says, yes, you could. Just you and me? Well, unless anyone else wants to learn.
I probably should.
How about, later tonight, you two can come and help me make dinner? Sora just looks at you, he's just like staring daggers at you.
What?
And he just says, "That would be great, Mrs. Safra." And he kind of elbows you.
He
like
elbowed
under
me.
the table.
Thank you for allowing, allowing us to learn from you.
Sora puts a little napkin on himself and he says, "Now, if you don't mind, your cooking is always delicious, Miss Safra. I think I will dig in." And he starts eating.
I suppose I don't want to be rude, so I'll also start eating.
It's pretty good. It's just standard fare.
I mean, it's better than
Eggs
nothing.
and toast. Okay. Well, the everyone gets done with their food, and Safra stands in front of everyone, and she says, "Well, I think that went fairly well, considering. All of you are dismissed, and to have to enjoy the rest of your day. What day there is, since it's raining."
Ah, I quite enjoyed that class. I say to Lucilia as we're cleaning up. Or is she not even making us clean up? Is she just asking us to just...
She's not making you clean up.
No. I'd probably start cleaning up just out of habit.
You fucking goody two shoes.
Lucilia doesn't. Chiho.
That's fair.
Chiho and Lawrence do, though. Sora does just because Safra is in the room, probably. I don't know.
I'm taking a page off Max and not. If he's not.
Yeah. So yeah, Akio just starts cleaning up there and Lucilia's dishes, and then as they're starting to do that, as people are standing up, just gonna be like, I quite enjoyed this class. Hopefully we can be paired again next time.
Yes. She just gets up and she puts the chair under the table. And she just gives you like a little bow or a little curtsy and starts walking over to Vera.
I'll kind of give like a sort of nod with my hands full of dishes. And then go to cleaning.
Alright, you're cleaning. Max stands up and just starts walking out the door.
I'm gonna take that same page. What if they're offering to clean? I'm not gonna clean.
I mean, I didn't offer. I just started cleaning.
Yeah, I'm not lawful good like you. I just take a page off Max's book and walk out too.
Are you walking with him?
We're slightly behind, yeah.
Alright. Safra is still in the lounge, and she says, "Oh, you didn't have to do that. I could have done it." She says that to everyone that's left. Karu, are you cleaning up?
Yeah, I'll try to.
Okay, you don't have to. You could have walked out.
I mean, she made the food we were supposed to make for ourselves. So.
Well,
Honoru.
Isabella isn't helping, but she is kind of just standing there, watching everyone else do it. But yeah, Safra says that to everyone that's left.
When she says that, Akio will look at her just, I know I don't have to, but I wanted to help.
Chiho says, "Yeah, I just wanted to help too," and it would feel weird not cleaning up after myself. My parents would normally yell at me.
Right? Well, Papa wouldn't yell, but I always cleaned up after as well.
Lawrence says, "Yeah, my family made me do that too." Isabella just says, "We don't have plates." Alright, so all of you are cleaning up. Lucilia and Vera start heading out the door, though.
Why would they clean it?
Vera simply turns to who was she with Chiho, and she just says, "Thank you for the meal." And Chiho just says, "You're welcome. Sorry your thing didn't work out."
Miss can't take the fucking hint.
Vera just frowns, and she says, "Yes, me as well," and then starts walking up. So Megumi and Max, Max is just kind of walking down the path to the hotel. No umbrella or anything.
We're both just gonna get soaking wet.
Yeah, you didn't grab an umbrella and you didn't wait for Saffron.
Fuck.
Just immediately walk out into the storm.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's what Max did. He didn't even hesitate. He just walked out.
I pause and I'm just like, what? I just stare at him, just walk in the rain like that.
All right, you're just.
I have an idea.
You're just following behind him.
I'll. Is it a long ways to walk in the rain?
Is what?
Is it a long ways, like we'll be in the rain, or is it just like in and out?
What do you mean?
Like open a door, or like a few seconds, or
Oh
like
no,
like
it would be a minute or two.
Oh shit. I think I know a way to stay dry.
The shadow, by the way, says the shadow in the back of your head says, "Look at the stray, soaking wet."
It's fucking with me. I'm gonna have to kick its ass somehow. But it's legit fucking with me, and I'm getting pissed off of my own powers.
Don't you just want to kick him? It says.
Poking at me. Mind your damn business. I'm in charge here. I'm in charge of who and what gets kicked, not you. So do me a favor and shut up. I say the shut up part really loud.
It's really loud out, so I'm gonna actually see if he heard you say that.
I'm actually hoping he didn't, in character. Out of character.
Oh, actually, he also has
cat ears.
Heightened senses.
One. No, he didn't really hear you.
Tell me what you hear with your cat ears.
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't hear it. Oh, so I'm relieved.
Oh, wait, it's a +3, 8, 10, 11. His ears kind of twitch, but it seems like he heard you make noise, but say something, but he just kind of stops and turns around and he says, "Why are you following me?"
I'm not following you, I just left. I'm saying, like, through the rain.
Whatever.
What?
He just turns around, starts to turn around.
Starts to turn, I just, like, ugh, I say, and just embrace the fucking rain. Fuck it. I've been caught in the rain before, too. I just angrily storm off.
Alright, you both kind of awkwardly make your way to the... Are you going towards the hotel rooms and things?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's where he was headed.
Also, all my makeup is, like, shit and running now.
Yeah. But it's okay, it's relatively dark outside because of all the clouds.
Yep.
Well, he stops again, and he stops for a second, and like he's about to turn around and say something. And you catch up a little bit, but then he just starts walking again.
I'm just gonna speed up to, like, just be a faster pace, almost power walking. Right.
Alright, so are you trying to overtake him?
Yes.
Alright. Go ahead and roll a body.
Fuck.
You actually actually, I'm gonna see. He's not moving fast or anything. He's kind of just leisurely walking, so. But his gait is just a little bit bigger than yours. You're closing distance, but you're not getting ahead of him. Unless you want to actually start going into,
Yeah,
like...
I'll start running, well, like half.
Not
half,
running, but like...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you overtake him pretty easily. and you get in front of him, and then he kind of looks at you walk past, and he just kind of stops and stares at you, and then just keeps walking.
I'm just gonna, if we're getting closer to the door, I'm gonna like hold it open, annoyed. I'm like, come on, get in.
He just walks in, and he doesn't say anything.
So it's just like emptiness and like dripping and just walking.
Right.
Is he heading, I guess, towards the elevator?
No, actually. Um, are you? He just kind of stops in the middle of the hall.
So okay, so he stops. That means I'm stopping for a moment. What is he? I guess I could try and read what his face is.
He is looking at you. Sure. Go ahead and roll a soul.
Soul it is. I don't have an empathy or anything like that.
You can tell he looks kind of annoyed, and what he says next kind of confirms that.
Okay.
He says he says, "You just gonna stand there and stare at me?"
I kind of put my hands on my hips and I was like, I thought that's what you were doing.
He just sighs, and he says, "All right, watch if you want, weirdo." He says, and he starts turning into a cat.
Oh, that's what he's doing.
You see, he turns into a cat, and he does the thing where he just starts shaking his body, and water starts getting everywhere, and it starts getting on you too.
I was like, I'm annoyed, but I don't move. Like I kind of throw my hand up to weakly cover myself, like that's gonna do anything.
He looks up at you, directly in your eyes, like gives you a meow, like an I told you so, or a it's your fault kind of look.
Yeah.
And then starts turning back. And it goes from him looking soaking wet to more like he had just gotten out of a shower or something.
Oh. Huh. Well, that's a neat trick.
He just shrugs.
I'm gonna mention, like, well, I guess I could have just turned and stayed dry myself. But I don't mention like how. I'm just saying like that I could have. My plan was to maybe turn into a shadow and not get wet.
But then you were like, you know what? Screw it. Screw this guy.
Screw this guy. And I just stormed off into the rain, and then I'm running, and I beat him, and I open the door, and now this motherfucker's dry, and I'm fucking soaking wet. So yeah, I'll just be like, well, if I changed into that, I could have stayed dry. I'm like frustrated. I'm just gonna look at him, and so he's no longer a cat. He's just like
he's just a person now.
Person, like. So are we gonna? So I'm just gonna come out and say it now. Just hands on my hands like clenched fists to my side. I was like, so is it always gonna be like this weird with us, like because of what I said? Forever, like forever.
Forever and ever.
He just kind of sighs and he says, "Look, I don't care what you think about me. I've heard it all before."
Well, I don't mean it, okay? And that's that. And I'm gonna storm off, even if it's like whatever response he has. I had to say my piece.
He says, "Wait," and he grabs your wrist as you go by.
I freeze as he grabs my wrist, confused. What?
Just come with me. He gets in the elevator.
I'm going to just be led. This is not this is not like a safe thing. I'm used to it not being, you know, when I'm grabbed by the wrist, it's not really a safe thing.
Right.
But I'm allowing it.
He goes to, I think it's the second floor. Let me check. Yeah, you see him click the second floor button. And it goes up, and you see this this hall is a lot different than the rest of them. It's basically empty in here. It's just a white stucco walls and 4 rooms. The one closest to the elevator just has a big sign over it that says offices.
I kind of just give him a strange look, but he can't see it because he's leading me.
He walks and he walks there and he says, "Which one do you think is Judas's?"
If there a way to tell which is like the beefiest room?
You
Like
can
the beefcakes room.
use forensics.
Yeah, that's right. I was thinking police sciences.
Oh,
I can find his room.
10 is actually good enough. You see one door. It has the number on it, right? Like all of the rooms, but it also has Braille.
Oh, perfect.
It is the 4th one. Like there's a plaque next to it that has Braille on it.
Because he probably had to get used to it first. Perfect. This one. And I'm gonna point to the plaque.
And Max says, think he's in there?
I don't know. I hope. Why? I'm kind of looking confused, but I want to listen to see if he's in there. Is that a mind or a body, I think?
Go ahead and give me a body.
Ear up to the door, like hand cupped over ear, all cheesy. That's all I get as a 10.
Okay, Max is also going to. 13, 14. Okay. Yeah, Max just kind of looks at you, put your ear to the door, and he says, but he doesn't, and his ears kind of wiggle, and he says, I don't hear anything. It's probably not in there. You don't really hear anything either.
I think I know where this is going. I'm going to take a pin, like a little bobby pin from my hair.
But before you do anything, though, he just kind of walks up to the door, and you see him pull something out of his pocket, just like a little piece of like a metal or something, and he just slides it into the lock, and it just pops open.
Oh, that's what I was. So I while he's doing that, I'm holding a bobby pin that I bent, ready to do the same exact thing.
It's funny though. It opens as if it was a key, but you just saw a little piece of metal, and he just did it like he just literally just stuck it in there, lifted up, and he just goes and just opens the door.
Not bad. Is he going in?
Yeah, he's walking in.
Shit. Well, I guess I have to witness this.
He says you don't have to come in. You can wait here. You don't have to be an accessory.
Can I come in anyway? I'm curious to see what the hell's in this room. Now that we're this far.
He just says, I'm not stopping you.
So I'll walk in and try not to make noise.
You're very quiet. You are very, very quiet. Even the cat can't hear you. What you see in there is actually pretty organized room. Uh, it it just seems like a hotel room, really. There isn't much that stands out. You see, you see a picture on the wall of like of Judas with Gustav and Safra, and Safra is like making a pose, and uh, Gustav just is doing the classic thing with his arms crossed.
Oh my god, dorks.
And Judas is just kind of giving a V sign and smiling.
They're secretly fucking dorks.
And let's see. At the bottom of it, it says it has a date and it says graduated special academy. And there's some trophies for martial art competitions on one of the shelves. Just like a karate, first place karate, or, you know, things like that. And there's one with Judas and Gustav kind of standing next to a oh, and by the way, the one with Gustav has like a little girl standing beside him, and it's Gustav, Safra, the little girl, and Judas. And there's one with Gustav and Judas with outside of, or like standing beside what looks like to be a police car, and it says Judas and Gustav. Or this one doesn't say anything, it just has like a badge next to it and the picture.
Okay, I think I maybe learned a little about them. I just kind of say quietly, I was like, hope they didn't let him drive. Making reference.
Max kind of actually laughs.
As I point to the picture, I say that like sarcastically. I hope they didn't let him drive.
He just laughs and says, "You're such a bitch, you know that, right?"
Yeah, I actually don't take offense to that. Normally that send Megumi off the handle. I can call myself a bitch, but no one else.
He says, so.
I don't know. What do we?
He opens the little. He goes over to the picture with the badge in it, and he takes the little glass part out and grabs the badge, and he says, "I think this is good enough," and he kind of tosses it to you.
It catches me off guard that we're stealing a badge. I'm like fumbling in my fingers for a second, like I kind of like actually look like guilty that I asked them to do this, and this is like a very important like symbol, and so I actually look terrified.
Go ahead and give me a soul check.
Sure.
He looks perfectly calm.
He's colder than I am. I'm pretty cold, but damn. I don't know if I can steal a cop's badge cold.
He just says,
oh, bad boy.
He just says, well, there's my end of the bet.
We'll call it even. Because I didn't expect to be like here for it. And I would have freaked out too if he just handed me a badge with this picture or something. So fumbling best I can. I want to try and put it back the way it was, and then the glass piece.
He just smile. He just chuckles and he just says, well, he doesn't say anything. He just chuckles, and he says, "That's what I thought."
Get out of here. Last thing I want to do is take a badge from a karate cop. Oh, he's gonna take it anyway. I probably don't see it because I'm too nervous and my thoughts are looking at the fucking door. Let's get the fuck out of this room.
Do you you can roll to see if you noticed anything.
What would that be?
Just body roll, I guess.
Yeah, I don't have anything else for it. Nope.
No.
I'm too fucking worried and concerned with being outside or being caught in the karate cop's room.
In the karate cop's room. All right. So you leave, and he gently closes the door behind you, and he just says, maybe your assumptions aren't so far off.
What do you mean? I'm sorry, what I said was very mean, but I don't think it's right. Still, like, clueless as to why he said that. Just go. Let's just get dry.
He just smirks and gets in the elevator. And he says, Where are you heading?
Well, I'm going to my room.
Alright.
I gotta get all this off my face. I say, like, smiling and just looking all, like, goofy and shit.
He just shrugs and he says, I've seen worse.
Thanks, I guess. So
As you say that, he puts on a pair of sunglasses, or like really dark glasses.
Were they Gustav?
Are they Gustav? Gustav doesn't wear glasses.
Oh, okay.
Judas does.
Yeah, he does.
Oh yeah, Judas. That's right. That's what I meant. Yeah. Oh, I actually giggle. Then like slap my knee, and then like I assume he's gonna keep him. So that's hilarious and terrible.
The door to the elevator opens and he says, "Listen, I'm not the kind of person you want to hang around anyway."
I've heard that before. Don't give me that. Don't sell me this bad boy technique. Do you know how many people feed me that line all the time?
I'm not gonna stop you. He says
That's what. Yeah.
The elevator starts to close.
Yeah, I want to get in the last word. I was like, I've heard that one too.
I don't care. And then it closes.
I was about to say something and it just closed. Like, I think he can hear it, but I'm gonna like kind of hammer fist the fucking door. The elevator goes up.
Alright. Well,
I'm surrounded by bad boys. This is a terrible island. This just became the Bachelorette.
This just became the Bachelorette. Yeah. Well, I am out of time, guys. So let's call it here.
Yeah,
All right.
me too.